here we go. Hello, we're gathered to conduct yet another debate, and the topic that we got today is online shopping versus offline shopping or over the store shopping. And I'll be supporting the motion, whereas Kim and Pizza will be against it. And we took around 5 minutes to ideate, and let us begin. Okay, imagine a time like COVID where all were there was quarantine and like we were inside the house and there was no access to any shops nearby, and there was a thing called as online shopping, and it gave us reliance over buying some stuffs, and it is not just limited to certain tough times like COVID, but I believe that online shopping is very beneficial even for us like normally, and I have around 8 points to support my motion. And let me begin. Firstly, about huge economy. Online shopping is like online shopping platforms like Amazon, Flipkart is it like in itself a huge economy, and it helps in the GDP and the full economic drive in the nation, and it helps again for buyers as well as sellers to publish their items or to gain the item, and there's good economic flow around. My next point would be about global access. Like if I want anything which is not even present in my own locality, then I can just test it out on online platforms, and I can have reliance of buying getting it. And this is another, like it is a plus point, and like the whole concept of globalization really works well with the online shopping. My next also with respect to global access also, I would say there is a lot of variety. Like if I don't like certain brand, I could also opt for some other brand which is available on online. My third point would be about the saving of time. Like I do not have to like while doing over the show shopping, I'll have to take some time, and like maybe if there is a sunny day and all, it is little tiring, but like online shopping is just few minutes on the phone. And with services like 10 minutes delivery and all, like it is becoming a really win-win situation even for like other like shopping or like food like Zomato and Swiggy. So again, I have it makes me believe that online shopping is a better alternative. And like nowadays I have seen that there is a like new things coming up, like 10 minute delivery of some xerox paper, xerox, and like small items are getting delivered. So I think like as time goes ahead, it will be like shopping will be really next level thing for us. My next point would be about the smart features which online shopping is providing. For example, gifting, like you could really easily gift anything to somebody. Otherwise, you have to go personally, and like if you don't really have time, then you can't be able to make it. Then online shopping also provides features like comments. You have global people commenting on that. You have global likes. There is also an algorithm running, like whichever product I might like, it is already shown to me that I don't have to go and search for it. Then also I have features like saving, and I have features of like looking at how many items are left. So all these features make online shopping really smart as compared to over the show. My next point would be about special offers and deals. Like if there's any item which is newly launched, or like maybe big billion sales, or maybe some festival, then you get best deals on online shopping. And then they are also partnered with certain banks like ICICI, and you always have something to save onto. So for this smartness, again, it makes me strongly believe that online shopping is better. My next point would be about tech friendly nature, like artificial intelligence or augmented reality, where you can test out like all these features are again making online shopping better. And there's also a lot of data generated. So if at all I am selling my product online, and if I have my data that maybe somebody like a certain region in Goa is taking my product a lot, then I could maybe open my store there. So all this data is very beneficial for a seller's point of view. So again, this whole thing make me believe online shopping is better, and I'm purposely repeating this. uh, and my next point would be about you can be a seller. Like if there's a lot of people who do like selling ebooks or upselling platforms like OLX. Like if you have certain things, you could really sell it, and it again helps in the whole economy. And like otherwise, you'll have to go and you'll have to buy a area legally for yourself to sell your items for the over the store. But that is not really the case for online shopping. And my last point would be about the geolocations. Due to online shopping, a lot of areas which were not really present on the Google Maps have been, came under consideration, and proper like it also helps us in navigation. So all these points, to conclude all these points, for all these points, I feel online shopping is very convenient, and it is very smart, and it is somewhere far better as compared to over the store shopping. And I rest my case. Over to Triza and Kit.
Yes, Teresa, please go ahead.
Okay. Um, Today I'll be speaking on why traditional shopping or over-the-store shopping is better than online shopping. Firstly, shopping is considered to be very therapeutic, especially if you're having a bad day. Going to, say, a store with your friend or with your parent, especially with your family, is something that online shopping can't offer. So my first point is if you need something last minute, like over the store shopping or traditional shopping is the best. Like all the goods are not available online, like even on Blinkit. Like if you want a particular gift, you have to go to the store and get it for your friend or anyone. Secondly, as I mentioned earlier, you get to spend a lot of time with your loved ones, your family, and yeah, the third point would be in some regions, especially hills and mountains, online shopping is not even an option. They have to go to some store nearby and shop for the goods that they actually need. Uh, and it's like day to day things like milk or bread is something that online stores won't supply there, right? So then they have to go to the store and get it. My fourth point is you can't always tell the quality and size of the product online. Even after looking at the rating, you won't know the size of the product or you won't know the quality. Or what is good for you might not be good for me, right?
Yeah.
It all depends on perspective. Whereas when you do traditional shopping, you can actually, like, they even test the product and tell you, especially if it's something like wires or bulb or things like tube lights. They test and they tell you whether it's good or not, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, I feel traditional shopping is good with respect to things like that. There is some amount of physical movement involved in traditional shopping. There is a lot of moving around, and there is a lot of conversation with people when you do traditional shopping. And sometimes you might even connect to the, say, the people there in the store. Uh, you say, no, "Masha dire, sawai dire." That can't be done online, right?
मेरा ना आपका दोनों का
Like that. Or you can't say like एक माजरा गाल रही. You can't do that.
उसते
Understand? Um, Also, some goods are very expensive compared, like online, compared to when you go to a wholesaler or some bagyadar to buy groceries. Like when you buy in bulk, it's cheaper. So that can be done online. Like, yeah. A very essential necessity is medicines, which is not available. It is available online, but if you need a particular medicine of a particular type, you have to go to the pharmacy and buy that, right? So that is offline shopping again, is in traditional shopping. Also, if you really want to eat something from your region, like wild mushrooms or a rare vegetable, or even fish, we Goenkars are very fond of fish, and it is like a staple diet. So you can't order fish online, and and you won't, again, as I said, you won't know the quality of the fish, of like whether how fresh it is. Like if you go to the beach and get fish, you know that it's fresh fish. But if you there are sites that provide fish online, but you don't know how good it is for you and your body, right? So yeah, these are a few reasons. In fact, 8 reasons why I feel over the store shopping is better than online shopping. Over to you, Kim.
yes. So I feel like I'm speaking on the side that over the store shopping is better as compared to online shopping. So I feel like we are a part of the 21st century, and most of our activities are connected to our smartphones or our smart devices. For example, we are doing most of our educational stuff, learning things online. We're constantly watching videos, reading information. In our leisure activities, mostly include scrolling on Instagram or watching videos on YouTube. And then again, when we need to go shopping, if we go online, it's like we are constantly stuck to this one device, constantly scrolling, and our mind is just stuck to the the four corners of our smart device. So I feel going to an offline store for shopping would be a good break from this constant addictions to our smart devices. So yeah, this is one of the major reasons why I feel offline stores would be better. Uh, it's wrong. Okay. So yeah, I feel like mindless scrolling is what happens online, and yeah, like Keman has said that we live in the 21st century, artificial intelligence, data science. These are all things that surround us constantly. So whenever I look for one product, similar products are automatically suggested to me. Such algorithms exist on most of the websites that we shop, such as Amazon, Mintra. So in this process, I might end up buying things that I don't even need just because I'm constantly being brainwashed about. When I'm on Instagram, again, I see ads about things that I was scrolling an hour ago on Amazon. So then it's constantly in the back of my head that I might need these things, while in reality, I might not actually be in need of such things. So I feel like we end up buying way more than we need, and this is one of the downside of online shopping, and why in-store shopping could be way better. Nextly, I feel like a lot of online platforms have a certain amount that needs to be added to the cart in order to get free delivery. Like on Amazon, I think it's rupees 500. So if I want to buy a item that costs maybe I just want something in my kitchen. Say I want rava, which is just 30 rupees. Why would I shop? I'm needed to add like items up till rupees 500 just to get a free delivery. And most of us, we aim for a free delivery, right? Paying for delivery, even if it gives us a pinch, right? Paying it, and in this process, we might end up spending even more than what's needed. But that's not the case in offline shopping. We can buy even a 10 rupee thing, go by ourselves. We can buy, the scale doesn't matter when it comes to the payment for the delivery. So yeah, that is one of that. Then I feel like offline shopping is instant and it can take place at any hour of the day. If I have an emergency at night, I need something within a few seconds, may it be a medical emergency or just an eatable, or I have sudden guests at my home and I need food, I can just go to the restaurant and pick up food. So I feel like it's very instant and very convenient in terms of that. Then, as Fiza has said, that offline shopping gives us a reality of the product that we are going to buy. We can hold and we can test the products. For example, makeup products. A certain shade of a lipstick might look different on a picture portrayed online on a model who's maybe of a different skin tone as compared to me actually going to the store and testing it on my skin tone. So I feel like things such as makeup products and shoes, where there's fitting involved, where I might perceive like it looks better when I look at it online, and a certain product might not look that good online, but when I wear it, it looks way better and it fits and it's more comfortable for me. So I feel it could be a little deceiving online as compared to an offline store. Then we also see in things such as larger items of larger value, such as cars. They cannot be bought online, right? You need to take a test drive. You need to actually go check out the space for yourself, whether you are going to be comfortable in that vehicle or not. So yeah, all of these I feel need to, because of all of these reasons, we need offline stores. Then, yeah, I would like to also cite another example that I recently faced. And I really was reinforced with the thought that don't judge a book by its cover. So, recently we have seen this Dubai chocolate come up, right? The Kunafa chocolate. So, I was very intrigued by it and I wanted to try it for myself. And on Instagram, I used to get these reels of a chocolate called Ditch the Guilt. I don't know if you've ever seen it. And yeah, they provide the chocolate in the flavor Dubai Kunafa chocolate. And so I ordered it, and it looked, so the size looked way larger, it looked way more appealing and all of that. But when I received the product, it was completely damaged. It was way smaller than I expected it to be, and even taste wise it wasn't that good. And again, like, I couldn't return it, right, because it's an edible product. So I felt in a loss. I didn't get the value for money that I spent. So such kind of incidents take place online, whereas offline, if I had to go to a store and I had to see like I'm paying such a large value for such a smaller quantity, I wouldn't have probably purchased it at all. So I could have been saved of that disaster if it was an offline store as compared to online. And nextly, I feel like, especially when we go shopping in supermarkets, there a lot of people shop in them, and so there's a good flow of the product. So we can get fresher items as compared to online. We don't know how long the store has been holding those products and whether they are fresh or not. So that is again an advantage in case of offline stores. Nextly, we don't know if the products that we receive online are duplicate or not. Nowadays, things can be produced with such great details. Like you cannot just tell apart whether it's a duplicate product or an original product. Whereas in a trusted superstore, like maybe like a trusted store, like say Goa Bagidar, it's a government store, and we know for sure that they are not going to keep any kind of duplicate stuff. So there's trust that is there between the customer and the consumer and the one providing the goods. Nextly, I feel for again, like Teresa stated, edible stuff such as vegetables, fish, eggs, all of these, it's more convenient to buy it in a store again because the quality and the freshness is guaranteed, whereas that might not be the case online. Then I feel like yeah, offline shopping sets the tone for occasions. Like, for example, if it's a birthday and I'm baking a cake, then if I actually go shopping for the ingredients, it gets me in the mood of the event, or even go shopping for a dress and shopping for my party snacks and all, and I'm already in the mood and all set for the party. So it helps to, get the vibe alive. The nextly, I feel like things such as malls wouldn't have existed if online was so convenient that people didn't feel the need for offline things. So I feel like that's a lot. And then the convenience that it is for people who are not very familiar with tech, on offline stores are way more convenient for them, and the geographically challenged areas where delivery is not possible, for all those scenarios offline would be way better. Then I feel like huge businesses cannot go online. Like they have to be in store. For example, cars, bikes. Then you have larger things such as construction materials, steel. You just cannot buy these things online, right? So they need to be offline. There needs to be offline shopping for all such scenarios. And yeah, my last point is that shopping, like it was Trisa's first point, that it is a fun activity to bond with your family and friends. So yeah, that's one of the major. It's a leisure activity, and lastly, it provides a lot of aesthetic for public places. Like imagine going to an airport that has no duty free and no shops for you to spend your leisure time at. You're not going to sit at the airport and start online shopping, right? You need to move around. You feel good when you look at a very aesthetically pleasing place with a lot of branded shops, and just not even if it's not even branded, just shops, and moving around buying things, buying chocolates for your family. So I think it's a very an activity for aesthetically pleasing leisure activity, I would say. And my last point is that local supermarkets, they
Mm.
provide an opportunity for people to sell like maybe their home baked goods or just anything homemade as small, which could not be doesn't have a scope for offline, doesn't have a larger shelf life, I would say, to put it online. They can easily be kept at offline stores. And abroad, we've seen things such as farmers market, where people sell their freshly, like fresh orange juice, fresh things that just cannot be kept for a longer time online. So yeah, so it provides a lot of local employment in those cases. And lastly, gifting, which can be easily done online, but when it's done offline, you're putting in your time, and there's a way lot of emotion that goes into it. And I feel that could be a um, great side of offline shopping. Yeah, that's all on the offline side.
Great points. Yes. Rebuttal section.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, man, earlier you said that online shopping provides you a lot of discounts and things like that.
Mm.
But nowadays, even like if you're shopping offline, there are discounts, right? You can still avail on like your credit card has like a 10% discount and things like that. So it's not like the offline side is completely lacking of the discounts. So what do you have to say about that?
Um, okay, but like if we take consideration of like phone, if there's any newly launched phone, then you can always avail for services like first whichever lot will be given, you are just buying paying it for that. So there are some benefits you get, like that whole statistics won't be readily possible offline. And also you when I say discounts, with along with discounts you get a huge variety, which is not really the case in the offline shopping. Like you might not get some variety of different brands at a same location. So for that I would say, having those offers are really beneficial.
Okay.
I
Oh,
have a question,
yes.
Heman.
Yes.
Um, in a case of online shopping, there are cases where people have received tiles, and sometimes even like in place of a phone, you end up getting a tile. There was another case where my friend, he ordered a laptop, and in place of yeah, he got his laptop delivered. They told him that, and he paid it in advance. So the laptop was kept at home, like in the gallery. But when the guy actually went to check, the laptop was not there. And when he called the store, they were like, the laptop is already delivered. So wouldn't it be a better option for him if he had to go in like a store and buy an actual laptop? Like this risk wouldn't be there, right? So how
Yes,
do you work
I totally agree to that. There are a lot of scams which are happening, but that is also the case in offline shopping. As we are very familiar with the term like milkman puts water in the milk. Like it's also kind of offline shopping. Then like formalin in the fish. Like it is all like these scenarios always exist. But in the online side, you at least get a good customer service to ask and deal and sort the work. Like even I have faced a lot of online issues in my past, but then there's always a customer service. But for offline shopping, you can't really go and fight with them because there's no any legal boundaries to have the entire connection sort the entire work. But in online shopping, you at least have it you at least have somebody to handle your all the malfunctions very legally, I would say.
But in offline shopping as well, if you have a bill, then you are legally backed, right, to fight for, like, you have your consumer court and you can go and approach them.
uh,
So,
but certain things like the quality, as Triza has mentioned, like maybe milk quality, or maybe what I could say.
I don't know why, but for some reason, my mother can tell the differentiate between which fish is and you can actually tell which, because you're actually going there and looking at it, right? So in case of fish, you said fish, right?
Yes, yes.
You can't tell if there's formalin or if it is fresh fish, but you can tell. We might not be able to tell, but our grandparents or parents might know the difference.
Yes, but if we say, there is also consideration that many of the vegetables are now injected to have faster ripening stage, or to gain like bigger size and all. So it is also present in the offline shopping, I would say. Like you can't really say that online shopping is only the scamier one.
okay,
It's a
say for
choice.
example, yeah, Teresa.
Yeah, but it's like a choice now. You can actually tell. I'm saying that when it's a home, like if you ripe a mango at home and it is ripened using some, uh, like you said, injected vegetables and fruits, you can tell. So it's a choice when it comes to people as well. When it comes to uh, offline shopping, yeah, Kim.
Yeah, you said that suppose, say for example, a watermelon is injected with color. Okay, the same watermelon I'm buying from a store and I'm buying online, and I realize in both the cases it has been adulterated. Now online, my link with the online platform ends there because this item is non-returnable, so I have no options on the app to complain about this. But in offline case, I can just go back to the store and show him that, whatever, however I've tested, maybe with a tissue paper, I've seen that the color is transferring, so I can show it to him, and I can deal with him directly and get my thing sorted. But online, I might not even have that kind of customer service to go back and to fight for, what I actually deserve for my money. So then, in that case, wouldn't online be an inconvenience as compared to offline?
Yes, that is a very valid take, and I would say that for edible items, which do not have really a good shelf time, it might be a good case. But in online, you already have features like reporting. Like you could just go and like report to the officials that certain things are not going well, and they might have a good inspection team who can have who can view that. So
But I won't get an instant solution, right? Like I won't get an instant fix to my issue. It will be a long process that again I need to keep myself updated with. I need to track the progress of that. So that again it's taking more of my time, and then I might not even be interested in it because I don't have time. So wouldn't that be inconvenient as compared to an offline show where I directly go and directly deal, show him what my problem is and get it solved there and there?
but how would the offline guy even accept, like there might be a case that he might not even agree that it is his like the watermelon belongs to him. Like the quarrels
But
could just exist even for that, right?
um, but that could be like a same day event, right? Like mostly fruits and vegetables are consumed fresh and within a very limited time period. So then there shouldn't be a issue, the issue that you are citing, right?
Um,
But yeah, maybe that could be a case. What you are saying, I agree. But I don't think so in most scenarios with respect to fresh stuff.
okay, I would like to ask a question. What about the global access and the varieties that you get? Like you might have, like as you have mentioned, what about the global access you are getting, like different items from different locality? That is not really possible in the offline shopping, right?
Yes, but but again, offline, like if we want to access certain items that are not available in our locality, then we can like move to those areas, right?
Could you give an example, Yaman, of
Um,
something that's not available?
maybe say you are fond of maybe one brand, maybe Zara, or like you want maybe X brand and you want the item of that brand, but the local stores are not having that brand because there's no goods demand for that brand in your locality. So you every time you'll have to travel and go to that place and buy it. On the other hand, you could just go online and buy from there, right? And it need not be just clothes, like it could be anything.
But like that, then there are some goods available online, offline as well, right? Which are not available online,
Yes,
like mushrooms.
uh,
like
Sorry,
only
like won't be like fish.
but there
there's a
might.
lot that
Yeah.
sorry, Kiman.
No,
Yeah,
go
no.
ahead. Go ahead, Kim.
No, I'm saying like Triza has just given one example, but there are a lot of such local products that aren't available online. Like again, like we can say certain side of like how you stated Zara, and you're right. Like certain things are available only online, but then again there are certain things that are available only offline. So in that case, again, then
And there are few things that are categorized as a need and a want, right? So Zara would be like a want now, whereas something that's local and from the market, like from your region, would be something like a necessity or like a need, right? So
But
what would you want? Like,
that is a very valid example of need and want. But just imagine a situation you are not well and you don't have that access of medicine in your locality. A medicine, like maybe your surgery, some medicine for them also. Then the doctors will have to buy it online, right? They'll have to have some online links and get the items delivered to them. So don't you feel that is also a need in the like very serious need?
nowadays, doctors have the medicines readily available in their clinic. Especially in my vicinity, there's a doctor who we don't even have to go to the pharmacy to like purchase medicines. He just gives it to us. I mean, it's inbuilt in the uh, clinic.
Okay, my next question to you all will be: what about the seller nature which the online platforms are providing? Like, you could be a seller, like maybe upskilling, like on platforms like OLX, which you might not be like, which you can't really do in, over the store, right? You can't just open a shop for you and then sell whatever you're having. But online shopping is providing that feature. So, don't you feel it is much more environmental friendly also, like upskilling, upselling?
but there are alternatives to that, right? Like for example, on like if for example on what is the example you gave? Ola.
OLX, OLX.
OLX. People put out their flats and stuff, right, for rent and all if there is anything in case. But then, if not that, then there are agents also available. So there could be alternate paths, right, to such platforms. I mean, trade used to always happen even before OLX and things like that, direct via agents, then say vehicle parts via mechanics. So then there's even extra employment that's generated in the vicinity if we decide to go for the offline options. So
No,
it's not like if
I'm
on
giving
it's not
like
like,
basic example like books. Like once you get a book, you want to like sell it again.
yeah, go to a bookstore and you can sell it there, right? Like you can have a resale value for your book there. So you don't have to like rely only on online. There are offline alternatives as well.
Also, there are thrift stores now. So if you, whereas on OLX, if you sell say a clothing like a dress or something, and if it has holes in it, you won't know. But when you go to a thrift store, you can check the product. You can't always tell online, right?
Yes. And my last point would be about. Do you have any questions?
No, you can say.
Uh, Okay, my last point would be about the convenience. Just imagine somebody who is like working 9 to 5, coming home, does not really have time for himself, and he prefers to just sleep for the next 2 days. And he might not really like shopping. Like as you all have said, shopping is therapeutic, but it is not the case for everybody. Some people might really hate it, like they have to go travel and then. So don't you feel for those people it is much convenient to just buy whatever they want online?
I feel that you're saying that this person is working 9 to 5. He's already tired, and now he has to come back home and scroll. Say he has to buy a dress, he has to scroll through 10,000 options online, and he's tiring himself even more mentally. Whereas, and to top it off, if he's an indecisive person, then he is going to scroll for even longer than an average person. So, whereas walking to a store and not being on a screen and just being present in the surroundings could maybe have helped him more, right, as compared to being on a screen and online shopping. That's what I feel. Teresa, what do you feel?
Yes, I agree. I have a question also, Keman.
Yes.
Remember as a child, you went in the market with your mother and she used to pick up clothes for you, like especially as children. We normally tend to go with our parents, like in the market or in some shop to like shop for our birthday or any occasion. Would you trade any of it for online shopping?
Yeah, imagine going to the local fair after the feast of your village and buying yourself a balloon. Can you do that online?
Uh, Whereas, yes, I would agree that those emotions, like it cannot be traded with anything. But I would also like to imagine situation where I sit with my mother with a phone and I show her some kurtas or some options which I feel is good for her, and like which I might scroll it to her to decide onto something. That is also an equivalent emotion for that, and I won't be able to trade it that the same emotion with anything. Anything else, or can we move ahead?
I'm ready to move ahead. No, done.
Teresa, anything else?
No, no, I think I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, my last question: what about the situations like quarantine, and don't you think online shopping is making us more like stronger for any mishappenings in the future, or like yeah, what do you have to say about it? If maybe one location is brutally no, I'm not over explaining. Just that question.
I feel during COVID, there were a lot of things that were adapted, a lot of measures were adapted just because of the situation. And over the time, they might have turned into the norm, like online education online, shopping online. But we need to remind ourselves that that was an adaptation to that situation, and it doesn't have to be the norm, and it doesn't have to be the way of life now that we've come out of it. And yeah, I feel we can always go back to how things were if we want to.
Yeah, we'll go on the feedback.
How was it?
It was good, y'all. I think I can never fight with anybody on shopping. Like, y'all are so good today. I wasn't having any
The
point to
girls.
say, to be very honest. Like, why of online shopping is good, but y'all were really good. Like, y'all were much more stronger than my points today. Like, y'all were really good, I would say.
Okay, man, you had very good points.
I had some points like when I was editing with respect to y'all also. Like, I was getting some good points. Like, y'all could have played around senses, like smell, like scent, or maybe hearing something.
Yeah, we played around that with size, right? The product
Size.
size,
Yes, yes,
hold, touch.
yes,
Then test driving, I had spoken about that also is
yes.
about
Test driving. Yes.
senses.
Yeah, we'll do that when thinking from other perspective. Do you all have any feedback?
Feedback.
Um,
I I'll
I
start.
like one example from Kim's side. I don't remember which one it was. Uh,
The Dubai Kanafa.
no, the second something. It was something to do with some 30 rupees something.
The cart amount of the cart needs to be a certain value for
Rava
it to
Rava.
have a free delivery.
Yeah,
Rava.
yeah, that. Even the other day when I tried Blinkit, I never used it before, so I was like, let's try. But the amount you had to add was like 99 rupees or something. Like you had to add a
Yeah,
product.
certain amount.
Yeah, otherwise you don't get free delivery.
Hmm.
And I didn't want to pay like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes, I also remember like I had gifted something to Ayush few days ago, some book, but then there was I had to reach to 500, so I gifted him some extra pens to just avoid shopping charges. So just
yeah.
remember that incident.
Yeah.
I have some feedback for you all. Firstly, for me, I asked you all about fish and sea, but I should have been more clear that even I believe that for foods and edible, offline shopping is must. Like you can't rely on online shopping. But I should not have asked you a question about food, so that is like backfiring me again. So that is one thing I realized. Uh,
Yeah.
I really like the play I did with the like you said wants and needs, and I just tried to connect it to medicines. And the last question about that was really I felt it was little good. For Teresa, I would say like I can't debate today. Y'all were really very good. I will really appreciate y'all both had really best points. For Kim, somewhere you were using you could have used a term called as impulsive buying. You were saying somewhere you
Huh.
try to do that.
Yeah.
I really liked how
Yeah.
you use proverbs like giving a pinch and don't
Don't
judge a
judge a
book by
book by
cover.
its cover.
Yes. Then some words you use like reinforced, which was really very nice. Uh, and Teresa, I would say that last moment buying, maybe you could have elaborated a bit and like given a little touch to closest shop. Like whenever there's any emergency, the closest shop is like the heaven for us. We just go there, get something. So maybe you could have played in that line. Uh, Another thing, maybe you were saying about 100 rupees and the 100 rupees and the you could have used a word bargain, maybe
Mm.
yeah. And
Yeah.
when you were mentioning about some people require different sizes, maybe you could have used a proverb like not all fingers are same and like everybody's different and everybody has different needs. Yeah, that is it. That those were some feedback from my side.
Keman also had good questions, I felt today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had good questions, Kiman. Also, I like the fact that you used that doctor scenario. It was a very tight spot, like for us to get out of it, because those are like very life sensitive scenarios, right? And you
Mhm.
cannot argue otherwise. So that was a very smart move of you to.
That Zara question I just made up the need and want last minute.
Yeah,
Yes.
It is a valid point. If you
actually a
need
very valid point.
something,
Yeah, and it applies like because especially where we live, these stores aren't available, right? Online is the only option if we want
Yes.
the fancier stuff.
even
So,
McDonald's is not available here. We have to go to Panjim if we want to eat a
Mhm.
burger there.
yeah. And Teresa's thing I liked, like she put that situation ahead about revoking a childhood memory with your mother. So that was a good thing. Like, and you couldn't like strongly argue against it also because that has emotional value. So that was a good strategy by Teresa. And Teresa answers the rebuttal questions also always very well. And Teresa had good points also very about the fresh fish and all. I had not thought of earlier, but when she said it, then I improvised a little more on that. But yeah, she
The
had very
only problem with me is I find it very difficult to find appropriate words sometimes, like
on the
those
spot.
terms. Those terms, like
Yeah.
at that moment, it doesn't click. Like, but
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe with some practice it will
Hmm.
come.
practice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all from
that's
my
all right.
side. Feedback.
Okay, let's think from other perspective. Let's see what we could have added more.
Right.
What would you all call a wholesaler or some bagedar, like in a professional setup?
Wholesaler.
Yeah, wholesaler.
Wholesaler,
Mm-hmm.
wholesaler.
Yes, I think even retailer works, but wholesaler is
Yeah,
more, yeah,
wholesaler is a more
appropriate.
gives you a better idea of the scenario.
Right. What are we doing now? Thinking
Thinking from
from the
other
other.
perspective.
Right.
Shall we go ahead? Yeah. Yeah, I could start maybe. Teresa?
I just have 2 points which I felt you could have added. Like, I would prefer buying heavy goods online, like a fridge or a ladder, because you have when you buy offline the
Nice.
same goods like a fridge or a ladder, you have to pay additionally for the transport. But if you do it online, you don't really have to pay for the transport, right? They just give it to you.
Really nice.
And yeah, they deliver it.
Mhm.
And my second point is, if you're craving a particular type of food, then online option would be like the best, like a cheesecake or something like that. Tomato is always there.
Yeah.
So maybe you could add a bit of the food side also.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so we are very well aware of the fact that time is all we have and we don't.
Just a second. I
And
think the meeting is getting ended. I'll just stop and give a. Yeah, go ahead. Kim.
okay, yeah, now I'm speaking on the side that online is better. So we are all aware of the fact that time is all we have and we don't. And online shopping helps us to save onto our time a lot, time and energy. Online shopping can take place at any hour of the day, say at midnight when most of the offline stores are shut. I can just scroll onto my phone and order whatever I want to. So that's very convenient. Then I feel like online shopping is backed by data science, so it eases the process of shopping. For example, if I'm shopping in a local market, I have to literally go hunting for a store where I could get what I want.
Hmm.
But online, it just provides me options, similar linked options that I might be looking for based on my previous activity. So that would be very good if an individual has good mental resistance to control impulsive shopping. Then online could be a very good option for them. Online also helps us to access brands globally that are not available in our locality, return the items free of cost, or replace them with another size. Whereas replacement offline would be involving a lot of transport, and this would cost us our time and energy. But offline, the delivery agent picks it up for us, replaces it, and everything is done at our doorstep. But offline, this is not the case. Then I feel like shopping for friends and family across the globe is possible only because of online shopping. Like Kiman has already said, he gifted a friend a book. But if this had to be done offline, then there would be a lot of heavy processes involved, such as posting it via post or maybe doing a courier, which is very hectic. And but online, it's very hassle free. So that is a huge advantage of the online side. And lastly, earlier an example of OLX was stated, but OLX could be a boon for introverts who do not want to deal with people directly and want to sell their goods or their facilities online. So, yeah, all of this. And lastly, the last example that I want to cite is the stock market. Buying and selling of stocks is just not possible offline anymore. You cannot imagine standing at all these stock exchanges in huge queues. But online, everything we know in the stock market, buying, selling of stocks happens online, investment happens online. So that is one of the major example, like a very mandatory and a very powerful example that drives economies that happens only online. So that would be my case for why online is better.
Yes. Really well said, both of you all. And I really did not think about online or this the last point that you
Stock
mentioned, stock
market.
market. Nice, nice one.
Even payment of bills, like to some extent, you didn't speak on
Yeah,
it,
I
Kemal.
considered them as like online payment utilities rather than
transactions maybe not
rather than
actually.
considering as like a shopping. So maybe I
Yeah.
that's why that is the case.
Yeah.
Okay, for y'all, I would say okay. One more point I just remembered from which I could have said is about the illegal market. Like it is offline, you could sell anything illegally, like maybe some drugs or maybe some anything. But online, it is not really possible. So everything, whatever is showcased online, is very legal. Okay, thinking from your side, firstly, as I mentioned, I would have little stressed more on the senses like smell. Like you take any scent, you can't really judge what will be the smell. Like even if anybody describes it, you won't be able to get it. Or maybe some headset, earphone. Like you'll have to test it. It is good that you test it. So maybe I would have said in the senses line. Secondly, about the tourist, like if you are a tourist, you are visiting some other place, I think it is not a good option to buy online there. You should really walk in the market, like flea market is there. Like you just have a glance of the entire locality and understand the locality. And thirdly, I would have said about old people, like you go to church or you go to temple, there's always somebody out, old people selling something. So I would have played somewhere in the emotional side. Maybe I would have said about them, like they won't be able to compete online, so it is good for them also. And nextly, I would have said about the scams, like as like return option is available, but then most of the people, they just take it and they use it and then they return. So all these scams are also present. So yeah, these were some of my points for over the store.
When you spoke about tourists, I remembered another point. Like if you are a tourist in say another region and you don't know where the stores are, you could also consider the option of buying food online. Like
Food.
yeah,
Yes, 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 yes.
like if you don't know the place, then you could just order food, right?
Yeah, or if you just don't have transport to move around, if you're in a new area, then things are delivered to you directly online.
Online.
Offline, that would not be the case.
Yeah, even a place to stay, you can just buy it online,
Yeah, find it online.
find it.
What is that? Ola, right?
Ola,
Ola, yeah.
oh, uh,
No, not Ola. Ola is a bike,
Ola is
right?
a bike. Ola is a Oyo, Oyo.
Oyo,
Oyo, Oyo,
Oyo,
Eh,
sorry.
Oyo. Rent a room.
yeah, that is it. I think it was a good topic, and like it was
Yeah, it was a
50-50
very
weightage. Like
nice.
both the sides had some of the other points to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
we could have a quick group discussion. What do you think is good, online or offline?
I feel both are equally important
Hmm.
because
Mm.
online has made our life a lot more
Convenient.
faster, like easier.
Depends on what you want to buy. Depending on that, I feel like both the options should coexist. We cannot give preference to any one over the other.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But offline was something we used to do when we were small. Like this is a recent concept, like online shopping and many relations, memories.
Again, the want and the need thing we can do with the offline part, but for the fancier options, online is better and for the convenience.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm. Yes,
Yeah, that's it.
my answer is not different. Same, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is next phase is ChatGPT. We'll do ChatGPT.
I feel like we've covered most of the points, but
Yeah,
let's
even
see.
I have the same feeling.
Yeah, we went very deep, all the sides.
Yeah, Kim, Teresa, you could go ahead.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yes. 1 minute.
Yeah,
Just
take
few
it.
seconds. Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to go ahead?
yes, Teresa, please.
Teresa.
Okay. Okay, I'll start. Um, Online shopping is eco-friendly in some cases. If we go to shop offline, you've seen the number of plastic bags generated. Yeah, like if you don't carry a cloth bag, sometimes the use of plastic bags is a lot when it comes to offline shopping. Another point that you could add is the 24 into 7 availability. Online shops are available 24/7, whereas of online shops, online shopping,
Hmm.
offline shopping is limited. The time is limited.
Yeah.
Uh, Also, another point Keman could add with respect to reviews and ratings. You didn't specify that, right? Like
Nice, specified.
you
What?
said
Uh, uh,
reviews and ratings.
Reviews.
Yeah,
I
I think
mentioned
we
it, right?
specified.
I
Yeah,
think.
I think.
yeah. Okay, okay. Uh, you can track orders online.
Hmm.
um, and also offline shopping is good for people who don't have access to phones like the older generation. The only option for them is offline shopping, right? So yeah,
Yes.
these are a few points
Yes.
maybe we could add.
Okay, I'll go next.
Yes.
Online, I feel we have this facility to compare prices, right? And even devices. Like we can just enter the two devices that we want to compare, and every aspect of that device will be compared
Hmm.
for us. Directly, we get the comparison chart if you are shopping for a phone, say online on Amazon. Then
Mm.
these comparisons are like automatically generated. Whereas if we were doing it offline, then we would have to manually like go through every aspect, write it down, compare it, make a chart. So that would be a it would be very inconvenient. Online, it's like hassle free, this comparison thing. And the second point about online that I feel is good is the customer reviews that are already present. Offline, when we have a product in our hand, we don't know any of the people who've previously bought it, right? So we have no idea about how their experience might have been with the product. But offline, oh sorry, online, all of this is readily available. The star rating is given for us on the or the Likert scale is generated, which is very easy for us to compare and to make our decisions. And speaking on the offline side, instant gratification, like we've spoken earlier, we can just go and get the product and instantly have it with us at home. So there's a instant presence of the need of the product that we need. And there's no delivery hassle. Like for example, online, like there needs to be someone at home, right? What if it's everyone in the house is working? Then there's no one at home to take the delivery of the product. Again, if we say that we can prepay for it, then the parcels are left home alone. And as Teresa has said, there was a issue with the laptop. So if you have like nasty neighbors and stuff who mess with your parcel, so then online cannot be a convenient option as compared to offline. Um, for offline side, again, there are a lot of sales people in the offline store, so there's a lot of personal assistance. You can advise or you can ask for advice instantly. Offline, that might not be the case. You have to take independent decisions based on what you want to purchase. And lastly, I feel like online, even if we order a small thing, in order for it to be delivered to us safely, they use a lot of packaging to keep
Hmm.
it intact. Like there's a lot inside, and there's the cardboard box outside, and mostly this is like cardboard. So this involves you probably they are making it out of paper or trees. So environmentally, it could be a lot. Like for every small thing that we order, there's a lot of packaging that goes into it. Whereas offline, we could just take our own supermarket, the bag that we use every month, every like for multiple years, we could use the same bag and reduce packaging a lot, and this could be very environmental friendly. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Even I had
And
the same point like about the environment which Kim mentioned. Like it is
yeah,
lesser, but then Teresa also gave an example that offline you get each plastic bag or something. So maybe yeah, if you think in that
yeah,
way,
maybe if,
both the same.
a person carries like a,
Yeah, that could be easily
a
avoided.
Avoided. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Also to add just on the environmental side, I didn't get it on ChatGPT, but just thought because online shopping, they have some optimization in the algorithms and how you are transporting. So the entire, like when I'm going to some locality, I'll be delivering entire item over there. Like it won't be like
Yeah.
additional travel, and thus it is again environmental friendly because of the optimization. I don't really have any other additional points as such, but I have some proverbs which we could have used. Maybe I could have said, "Don't put all eggs in one basket." Like all online allows comparison across many sellers, but offline you just go one favorite shop and there you buy everything. But online you get
Yeah.
choice. Uh,
Yeah.
maybe
Multiple.
and another proverb I could have used is, "The world is at your fingertip. You can buy anything you want." And from your side, you have used the proverb like books don't judge a book by a cover, but maybe you could have used even this: all that glitters is not gold. And online pictures might deceive and they might be scammy, but offline you can just see it.
Oh,
I,
shit, yeah, I returned the point. I didn't say it. There's a gap between what I order versus what I got.
what I got, yeah, you
Yeah.
mentioned it, that
No, I didn't say it. I
you
wrote
did
it
say
down.
it, you did say it, okay. And lastly, I asked ChatGPT what I would have answered if you all asked me about the smaller shelf life, like having edible, like how I would have answered. And I think ChatGPT gave a very good claim that online, when I do any online shopping, that they have already many competitors. So if they have much more, like they have to go through much more safety checks as compared to offline shopping. So again, it is like we can rely on them. It is not the case like it might also happen, like if there are some hotels and they might be having very bad kitchen. So we might not unhygienic kitchen, so we might not we might not get a good food. But
Not take good food.
online there is already a very much safety checks done, so it is advantages. So I could have evaded that answer by saying this.
You could have also mentioned about facilities like Prime memberships and all, like
A
that
prime
give
membership.
faster delivery.
Yes, yes.
I thought of another point for Kim on when Kim was arguing, not arguing, as in she was telling you about that vendor, right? Like if you buy a good and then I just thought of it. Then, like, there would be an argument, and then you said that he might say that, like, he doesn't want to return the thing.
Yes, yes. Do you have
But
any other point for that?
uh, in case of online shopping, there is an option for refund, like if you don't want the item. But in case of offline shopping, there might be a case where he might not give you a refund, like for any good
Yes, yes. Yeah.
or even clothes. Sometimes on some stores they write no refund after like purchasing that
Yeah.
particular.
Yes, yes.
So that could be like a counter.
Counter.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's it.
Also, one feedback, I guess, like we both agreed to the fact that it is 50-50. But maybe while pitching we should have said that maybe I do agree that both sides are good, but somewhere in the comparison I feel this side is much more beneficial as compared to that side. If I like started everything with this clarity, then I think I would have gotten a better edge. And it is for both the sides. Like first accept that it is 50-50, and then tell one side is good because of so and so reason. I think that is a smart play.
Like you're saying, state it out loud, like in
Yes,
your
state it
this
out
that
loud.
both the sides are good.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I feel so. Like you
like whenever we are having a debate.
whenever we are having a debate, like bring them in a, like whenever it is like completely 50-50, just bring them in one location and then take one side ahead.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
feel so.
maybe
I
when
don't know. I may be wrong.
No, that could be one way to go about it.
Yes.
yeah, because then they might be like ending up on the same note, like that both are equal.
Yeah. 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 That is it. You all have anything else to add? It was really a very deep debate. We covered a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to add, or we are good to go?
Nothing more from my side.
Yes. Okay. Chalo then, Triza. Chalo then, Kim. See you all.
Yes,
Yes. Bye.
bye. Thank you,
Right.
Fiza.
Enjoy
Thank you,
enjoy
Kiran.
your college from tomorrow.
Yeah, when is yours starting?
Mine is starting from 20.